This is a message for incels out there and people who may even sympathize with incels. And the message is very simple. This notion that, well, if I deny sex as a need, that means I'm forcing myself to be lonely or I am lonely. Doesn't make any sense if you are pursuing romantic relationships. If that's your whole goal is to pursue romantic relationships. Sex is one of the things that happens in relationship, but there are people who are virgins. Like for example, there are religious virgins. There are people who have girlfriends and boyfriends but don't have sex, and they're not lonely because they don't have sex. Now, I'm not a religious virgin. I'm far from it. I'm an atheist. I support group sex. I support promiscuity. I'm probably one of the most leftist leaning cultural sexual people you have ever met. But I'm just stating that as an example where loneliness is not determined on whether you have sex or not. So my whole thing is that I don't understand the rationality behind being a virgin equals that you are lonely, even on a romantic level, because again, there's plenty of relationships that don't have sex. And I wouldn't describe them, not prescribe, I wouldn't describe them as lonely. So for me, this is simply an intellectual argument. How can sex be a need in terms of avoiding loneliness? How can it be a instrument in avoiding loneliness? Because again, you can have sex with multiple people, casual sex, and be alone. Basically, if you're just having recreational sex, you can still be in a way lonely or feel lonely, because I think lonely is a perception. A lot of people mock out our society and say, well, a lot of people have a problem with our society being, uh, socially media driven and YouTube driven. And I don't have a problem with it. Other people have a problem with it. I have no problem being by myself. I've never had a problem being by myself. I don't understand why people feel it's rational. It is logical to feel that you need somebody around you at all costs. Look, you may want it. It may be cool, but to fixate on that as a goal of your existence of humanity, to me, makes no sense. If you enjoyed this video and support progressives like the Young Turks, Secular Talk, David Pac-Man, Bosch, please visit the Debunk the Right channel, where there are over 75 videos which debunk right-wing nonsense from the likes of Officer Tatum, Ben Shapiro, Candace Owens, and the loudmouth of Crowder, Steven Crowder. You can access this channel by either hitting the channel icon below this vid or clicking the link in the pinned comment in the comments section.